We all want to, get smart on things, really understand a topic thoroughly.
Definitely.
But have you ever noticed that feeling? The more you learn, the more you feel like, wow, there's so much I don't know.
Oh, absolutely. It's actually got a name, according to Gerson Torres. He calls it the ignorance paradox.
The ignorance paradox. Okay, let's unpack that a bit. What's the core idea here?
Well, it's basically that simple phrase. The more we know, the more we realize how much we don't know.
Yeah. And Torres brings up Socrates, doesn't he?
He does, that famous line, I know that I know nothing. Torres points out, and I think this is key, it wasn't Socrates being self-deprecating.
No. What was it then?
It was more like an understanding. When you genuinely learn something, you don't just get an answer, you also get a glimpse of the sheer scale of everything else that's still unknown.
Ah, okay. So learning reveals the boundaries of your knowledge, and you realize those boundaries are next to this vast ocean of, well, ignorance.
Exactly. It expands your awareness of the unknown.
And this connects to something else Torres mentions, right? The Dunning-Kruger effect.
Yes, definitely relevant. Studies show, and it's quite fascinating, that people with the least knowledge in an area often have the most confidence.
Because they literally don't know enough to know what they're missing.
Precisely. They lack that awareness, that landscape view of the topic,
Yeah.
so they can't really doubt themselves effectively.
Whereas people who are well-informed, they often second-guess themselves more.
That's the flip side. The more you understand the complexities, the nuances, the exceptions.
The more you see the potential pitfalls, the areas where things aren't so clear-cut.
Right, so they tend to be more cautious, more aware of the limits of their own understanding.
You can see this playing out all the time, can't you?
Oh, absolutely.
Think about online debates or discussions on really complex stuff like science breakthroughs or politics.
Yeah, often the loudest voices, the ones expressing absolute certainty.
They might be the ones operating with less actual information. The paradox helps explain that.
It does. But what I liked about Torres's piece is he frames this positively too.
How so? It sounds a bit daunting.
Well, realizing how much you don't know isn't necessarily bad. It can actually fuel humility.
Yeah.
And curiosity.
Okay, I see. If you think you know everything, why bother learning more?
Exactly. But if you appreciate the vastness of the unknown, you're more likely to ask questions, to explore, to want to find out more. It keeps you learning.
Torres uses science as a great example here. Feels like, what, quantum physics?
Quantum physics, neuroscience, exploring space, all of them. Every discovery, every answer we find.
Just seems to open up a whole new set of questions, often bigger ones.
Right. It's not like reaching a final destination. Torres paints it more like a journey. Maybe like climbing a never-ending staircase of mystery.
A never-ending staircase. I like that image. So learning isn't about filling up a bucket.
No, it's more like the bucket itself keeps expanding, and you start appreciating just how much space is out there beyond its edges.
So for you listening, does this kind of resonate, that feeling?
The key takeaway from Torres, really, is to try and embrace this paradox.
Embrace it. How?
By letting go of the pressure to always have the right answer, to pretend we know it all.
And instead,
Focus on asking better questions. Lean into that curiosity that comes from knowing there's more out there.
so it's about being comfortable with uncertainty, seeing it as part of growth?
Exactly. True intellectual growth often happens right at that edge, that discomfort of not knowing everything. It pushes you forward.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive, here's something for you to think about. Building on Torres's idea.
Yeah.
Consider a time, maybe recently, when you learned something new. Anything. Did that new knowledge in some way actually throw into sharper relief just how much you didn't know about that topic or related topics?
It's a really interesting perspective shift, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah.
Something to keep in mind as we all keep learning.